Alright, we are now going against Rune Cannons. Now these Rune Cannons, they can be devastating. Before you start this battle, I suggest you look at the Rune Cannons that will be above you. There's 2 of them. You probably want to have, as you can see, the appropriate view for their opposing elements. That way it weakens them up and it makes them really easy pickings when you get to the end of the battle. You also probably may want to have a elements of ease for these 3 guys here, but since I have Laszlo, I don't really have to worry about that. And also, these Rune Cannons have a very wide range, so you definitely want to move away from them as soon as you can. They rotate through elements. That means they choose one at random, but they'll never use the same one twice in a row. So you definitely want to stay away from them. And with this, we'll go to we'll have Kika talk to Laszlo, and we'll get our great double sword attack. Just like in Suikoden 4, it's them together throwing they throw wind elemental damage in a column. It does discriminate between allies and enemies, so that's good. And I'll be using it a lot because it's very useful. Now, Kyo will just use an earth mirror. That one's found in the ruins of Obel, and I'll be showing you where to get that when the time comes. Of course, let's get a big head start with Mandark here. Now, I equipped Andark with a fire rune for a specific reason later on in this battle. This is one of those battles that you kinda could prepare for ahead of time, but as I said, you should always save before you go into battle anyway. That's just smart. And this one will be getting some more allies. Yeah, we'll be getting those guys later, so the whole point is not to rely on, you're not going to rely on those guys anyway. And there will be multiple times when enemies show up in this battle as well. And also, just to add a little bit more annoyance, they have barriers. These barriers, they have a fair amount of hit points, so it does take time to rip through them. But most of the time, just don't worry about them and just work around. Just try to hit the ones that are furthest to the right. Just get rid of those, and you should be good. Now, you see the treasure chest right there? You can get that or not. It's really not that important. But the one that is near the Rune Cannons towards the top of this battlefield, you definitely want to get that. It contains a Mother Earth orb. It's very useful because, well, I think it's the only one you can get regularly. And now our allies appear.
Oh, there you are. What are you guys doing here?
Been a while, Paula.
You all know each other?
You could say that. I'm Paula. King Lino of Obel asked us to drop by. These owls are for you. Anyone should be able to ride them.
Thanks. That'll definitely help.
And now we have Paula, Jewel, and Selma. And we have the Red Giant Orb and the White, which is armored, so it has more hits. We'll be giving that to Eugene. Also, if you listen, that was definitely not Paula's voice from the last game, and most likely is Jewel, the woman who did the voice of Jewel. Now, as you can see, I'm setting up a blaze wall, which hits anyone on the fire element. And when it charges, everyone who's on fire element gets a lot of damage. Of course, unfortunately, those guys are on their own element, but it definitely is a way to do some extra damage. That's what makes Andark really good, because he also has that for thunder. And as I say, they're riding owls, so they have a very big movement range. Also, they have certain skills. It's not as good as the King of Corn skills, but actually nowhere near as good as King of Corn skills. But they have ranged attack, so that makes them okay. Also, they are not affected by terrain, which is good. This treasure chest, we'll just get it real quick. But also, Jewel, Selma, and Paula are killable, so we definitely want to get them away from that Rune Cannon. That's also another reason why you want to weaken Rune Cannon. So let's show off double sword attack. As you can see, it does discriminate between enemies and allies. And that's pretty good damage, because, you know, since we have Kika and Laszlo, or broken and even more broken. And we'll have them clean this up. Yeah. Wow, girl. You can't. I don't even have the Berserker armor. I don't even have the Berserker armor on you. You're missing this much. Okay, we definitely want to get. Ooh. Don't worry, I can just do a rush. Yeah, it does a little bit of damage, but who cares? Then you kind of need a level. And now with that level, I can actually, I get my charges. When you level up, you pretty much get all your charges back. And of course, any additional ones that you gain from appropriate level. So it's always good to level up, definitely when you've been using a lot of your abilities. And of course, that one's just going to keep on eating damage until they're at 1 hit point. And also, to finish this one off, we will need to destroy all the recaps. That's all you need to do, but of course we're just going to kill everyone. Because, hey, XP is XP. Alright, now critical, good. This one's also very important that you stay on your element, because, as I said, there's going to be Rune Cannon firing a lot. Enemies will be definitely staying on their elements, and they'll definitely have casters who stay on their elements most of the time. Now I can get away with this one because I'm pretty sure I can at least kill one guy, and I can also move her after she does this. Ah, good, got both of them. And nice little Mega Medicine, not really worth it. And Lava still gets 2 levels. Alright, bring her back. And also, when we're going up here, there's a reason I'll bring Eugene. Is because he's going to be distracting the Rune Cannon that is the furthest on the upper right. He's going to be distracting that cannon as we make our way up. If I get him on his element and give him the boost from the King of Corn ability, he's pretty much really hard to kill. And he'll also distract him. Now, at this point, you see archers show up. These archers will throw down an element that will boost the Rune Cannon. So you gotta watch out for that. This is why I say stay on your element. This is the most important because it can easily kill 2 or 3 people if you're not careful. And once you step onto the ramp, the last set of guys shows up who are on owls. But personally, those are not even worth caring about. They can hurt, but most of the time you're most likely gonna be either you should wait for them to come down to you and just pick them and just bum rush them, or you can pretty much have your archers pick them off. So they like staying together, but they also don't gain the benefits from being on the same element. So you can also, it makes it a lot easier to kill them. And of course with Laszlo, it makes it even easier. See? And he gains 2 levels. Great. And this is why I need him right here. Just as long as it doesn't use lightning, I should be good. That one will always start attacking in there. Now, I'll say this is when it gets a little tricky. It's when you're in between the 2 other Rune Cannons that are not occupied. Because you still need to either get close enough so when you do your next movement, you take it out. Of course, you probably should always aim for the archer that helps it out. And don't need to do all that, I'll just use Ordeal. It's not gonna critical or anything, but oh, good. A little more damage. I guess since I was on my element. Now we just want to pull her here. Yes. So I can her. I can use strong arm. Now, right now, I think I'm close enough to get hit by the Rune Cannon that's shown on screen right there. I think I'm close enough. It doesn't really matter. Really got another air shot. I can hit them both. Oh my, she's able to hit. She's able to take the hit. Even when she's unbalanced, so it's okay. And those, they're right now, they're trying to, you could actually take your Jewel and Paula, you can take them and take out the other two Rune Cannons real quick, because if you've done what I did what I've shown, you can just go over there, do a quick sweep, because Paula's has the Owl Orb, which has a ranged attack, which can do, I mean, all I gotta do is do at least 1 point of damage and you got him. Now, but before we do that, we definitely want to, but like I said, you want to do that after you get this treasure chest up here. Of course, let's get Kirill's experience. He's a little behind. I mean, we can't have Laszlo be the hero this time. And let's get, yeah, let's just get rid of this. There's no point in leaving him around. Okay. And let's see. That way we can get her in position. Oh, the character takes a little damage. We just need her to get hit there. And there. We have the Mother Earth Orb. And there's only 2 more, so we'll pretty much just do a nice little sweep up. Have this hero get this one. Pretty much at this point, it's just clean up. There's an archer there, but they don't do anything. They don't even put anything on their actual Rune Cannon, which is weird. They just stand there and look silly. At this point, it's just more of a slog. Just to get your characters over there. So let's show off the Wind Blade. And Owl Heart is, it increases the Owl's accuracy. See? It's not, it makes it more accurate, but that's it. But you're pretty accurate anyway. So let's finish this one off with our Swallow Head. Whoops. Wrong spot. Should be able to hit from here. Yep. And with that, we have destroyed the Rune Cannons at the border. Next time, we are definitely going to get a lot more power, and Laszlo gets even more broken. See you then, with an S rank, even taking that long.